So today I want to know how you're hitting your money clubs. And you say, what? What are the money clubs, Tony? Well, it's not what you think. It's not the driver and it's not the putter, even though you putt for dough and drive for show. The real money clubs are right in my hand right here. I got the pitching wedge, 9, 8, 7 irons, right? Back in the day, these were the money clubs. And when you had one of these clubs in your hand, you had to make a birdie. I mean, with a wedge 9, 8, 7 back in the day, if you're over 20 feet away from the pin, you're mad. You're pissed. Because these are the clubs that you should be stiffing day in and day out. You know, people sometimes ask me, what's the most valuable lesson you learned on the golf course playing your 56 years of golf? And it came early, totally by accident. I wasn't expecting it. I showed up to hit a bucket of balls at the country club where my father was, and I was on the family plan so I could hit all the range balls I wanted. And the pro came running out of the pro shop. It was the Connecticut Open. And all the pros were in town. I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. And he said, Tony, come here. I said, what do you want? He said, you got a caddy for me today. I said, what? You got a caddy? And I said, I'm not a caddy. He said, I need you. I need you bad. I said, I'm scared. He said, what are you scared of? I said, I'm going to screw up the guy's game by doing something stupid, dropping a pin or not raking the trap right. I don't know. I don't know anything about caddying. He goes, you'll do fine. It's an old friend of mine named Joe Buck. He's a great pro. He's older, but he's a great pro. I said, okay, I'll do it. So I met the guy. Hit a beautiful, beautiful swing. Hit the first drive on the button. I'm hustling with his clubs. And he was like 120 yards away from the green. And I said, okay, what do you need, sir? It had me my 8 iron. So I said, okay. And he got up. Boom. Hit the 8 iron in there, about 15 feet. I think he sank the bird. I said, phew, nice start. Next hole, hit a par 5, hit a couple of good shots. He's 115 yards, 110 yards from the green. I got my hand massaging pitching wedges or sand wedges. He said, no, give me the 8 iron. I said, the 8 iron? It's 110, 115 yards. He says, yeah, give me the 8 iron. Gets over there with the 8 iron. Boom, punches it right in, a little bump and run. My exit hole, 2 under. I'm like, okay. Next hole is the tougher hole, par 4, wind in your face. It's a good drive, but he's a long way from the green. He's 150 yards from the green. So I'm thinking, I don't know, 7, 6, I don't know what this guy hit. He said, give me the 8 iron. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no. I said, it's 150 yards. Yeah. Give me the 8 iron. It's the 8 iron, boom, pin high. I'm like, why am I carrying all these clubs when all I need to do is a driver, putter, and an 8 iron? He laughed. But that was his go-to club. And that's what he used majority of his iron shots that were under 150 yards. His 8 iron, because he felt comfortable doing it. Well, that's not what I'm going to tell you today, but it's along those lines. It's the art of hitting your money clubs. And the 8 iron is definitely included in the money club pile. I mean, I hit my 8 iron, let's see, 120. That's my number for my 8 iron, 120. So, and that's a nice 8 iron. That's not pushing it. That's just hitting it. 120. So I know, okay, 120. Give it a smooth swing. 120. Boom. Right there. However, if I got a trap in front of me and I got wind in my face and I got maybe water off to the side, still 120, but I'm not going to hit the 8-iron because that's the number. I'm going to the 7-iron. And I'm not going to hit the 7-iron full. I'm going to hit the 7-iron nice and easy. Nice and easy 7-iron. Because it's 120 and my 7-iron goes 130, so I don't have to kill it. That's in the hole. I just hit that 2 feet from the pin. See? That's what you do. That's the art of playing with your money clubs. So you're saying, okay, I got it. Full shots, half shots, 3/4 shots. Well, I mean, you got to practice that stuff on the range. Sometimes people get so worked up on hitting a club that they don't know how to take a little off it. And it's easy. You just get that rhythm, take a practice swing, get that rhythm. You still take a full shoulder turn. Don't give up on the swing. You still make a full shoulder turn. But you just come down and move through it nice and easy. That's like, this is going to be a 3/4 7-iron. Right? I push that a hair. That's about 20 feet away from the pin. And that's what you do. You just don't kill every club. Now say you got a bad lie. You got a bad lie in the fairway. You got a trap there, and you got, tree there, and you got you just take your 7-iron with your bad lie, stand a little closer to it, because you're going to really go after the ball here, and you just hit it lightly. But you hit down on it through. So just because you got a 7-iron, there's 4 shots with this thing. There's a full 7, there's the 3/4, there's the half, and then there's the punch shot. Depending on what shots you need to accomplish. These are your tools. These are your tools. Don't just pull out an 8-iron and say, well, I'm just going to slam this 8-iron. And you don't have to change anything. You don't have to change anything. I didn't change my swing. I just changed how I was swinging at the ball. I mean, I didn't change the position of the ball. It's still inside here with my right thumb, maybe just ahead of the ball with this wedge. But I don't change anything. I don't change it. But I know through practice swings how I want to hit it. I don't want to hit this full because I don't need to. I could hit my gap wedge, but instead I got to make sure I get over that trap. That's right on in front of the green, because that's what you want to do. You want to be on the green with these clubs. You don't want to miss the green with a wedge. You have no idea. I almost lose my mind watching Rory hit a wedge. He's probably the most talented golfer playing today, and yet sometimes he can't hit the green with a wedge. Now, what the heck is that about? Everybody goes, ooh, what a drive. And he's got a 75-yard short iron and he misses the green. You can't, especially if you're a weekend golfer. This is where you got to excel. Nobody expects you to sell with your fairway woods or your hybrids. You just got to be close to the green or on the green to chip up and make a par. Nobody expects you to stiff those clubs. You know, you hit a good drive, and then if it's a long iron or a hybrid or a wood, just get in par position. See where you can go wrong. See what side of the green you can make an error on. But with the wedge, again, you can hit a full wedge or you can hit a half wedge. Okay? It's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. And the only thing you have to watch out for with a non-full shot is giving up on the swing. And like I said, the way you give up on a swing is to forget to complete your shoulder turn. You still got to have a shoulder turn. Here's a full wedge right here. Okay? That's a full wedge. You know. Here's a punch wedge right here. Maybe you got a little wind in your face, but you got like 90, 80 yards. Just want to punch a wedge in there. You don't do anything different. Same setup. You just keep more weight on your front and punch it. And you don't have to follow through like the last one on the full wedge. You just punch it in there, 80 yards. That goes lower. That's what you got to do. That's how you hit your money clubs. And that's how you make more birdies. Because you just keep hitting it 20 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 15 feet, 10 feet. You got to make one or two of those. Imagine you, whoever you are, making 2 birdies a round. That's pretty good. And that's what you do by using your clubs as tools. These are tools, a surgeon's tools. These aren't just like, okay, let me take my 9-iron and just hit the hell out of it, and it should work out okay. Now, figure out the yardage. 9-iron for me is 110. I'm going to hit a medium 9-iron, not hard, but not half either. So it's more like a 3/4 9-iron. And you'll notice when you swing like that, the ball goes straight as an arrow. Now say you're hitting a short iron and you're not hitting it straight as an arrow. Well, remember that video I said surprised a lot of people, but I said, you know, you don't aim with your feet and your hips, you aim with your shoulders. So if you're opening up your stance a little bit because it's a wedge, make sure that your shoulders aren't open and you're pulling it. So if you want to open your feet, just make sure your shoulders, I got the 9-iron still, make sure your shoulders are square to your target. You can still have your feet open if you want to restrict your hip turn for more control. You know, shoulders. You aim with your shoulders. So that's what you do. You'll make a lot more birdies. You'll have a lot more fun. And within each money club, there's 4 or 5 different shots there. You know, it could be the full one. It could be the punch one. You can punch a 7-iron just like that. It could be half. It could be whatever you want it to be. Now, I'm not even getting into hooking them or fading them into a green. I'm not even going there. I'm just going into hitting a normal shot. And I mean, you can do this just with a little practice. This doesn't take brain surgery to do. Just figure out what do you need out of it. and hit it. That's in the hole too. So that's what you do. That's how you play this game. That's how you use the art of this game. Because not every day is going to be a beautiful day. If it's wetter, if the air is thicker, the ball's not going to fly as far. If it's dry and there's no wind, the ball's going to go. If it's hot, the ball's going to go. If it's colder, the ball's not going to go. You know, you have to put this in your mind computer when you're playing. And if you follow what I say today, I am sure that you'll start making birdies or saving pars, and your scores will go right down. And you'll say, woo, look at me. I'm not a golfer anymore. I'm an artiste. So I hope that helps you. Until next time.